Huge shake-up at Sky Sports F1 after secret revealed. Since 2012, Sky Sports and Formula One have been racing together, bringing fans the excitement of one of the world's most popular motorsports. The collaboration between these two giants in the world of sports has allowed F1 aficionados to enjoy the thrill of the Grand Prix from their own homes. With exclusive interviews, dedicated channels, and an array of special content, there has never been a better way to experience F1 than with Sky Sports. But along with all the good things, there have been controversies involving Sky Sports officials and team owners or drivers, which resulted in severe consequences. Recently, Sky Sports ended its contract with two of its experienced presenters. So, who are these presenters? And what happened at the Red Bull new car launch? Stay tuned to find out. In 2012, Sky Sports F1 took up the broadcasting rights for Formula One in the territories, and their contract runs through 2024. Sky Sports paid £1 billion for the contract. Recently, the parties announced an agreement to extend the contract until the 2029 season. The details of the contract finances were not revealed, but since the popularity of F1 has grown further, the contract is expected to be way more expensive than the previous one. Formula One also announced that Sky in Germany and Italy would retain its rights until 2027 with increased exclusivity. About the contract, F1 CEO Stefano Domenicali said, "We are incredibly proud of our long-term partnership with Sky, and we are delighted to announce that we will continue working together until 2029, a very important commitment from Sky. Since the beginning of our relationship in 2012, we have both strived to bring the excitement, emotion, and drama of Formula One to our traditional fans while engaging new and more diverse audiences. Formula One has seen huge growth in recent years, and I can't think of a better partner to continue to reach our fans with dedicated, expert, and in-depth coverage. Sky not only brings fans live coverage, but a range of behind-the-scenes access and content that brings F1 to life. We are hugely excited about the future of the partnership and the journey of Formula One. But the Sky Sports journey with F1 has not been without troubles. Recently, Red Bull boycotted Sky Sports over reporting issues. Due to what it called disrespectful reporting by Sky, Max Verstappen and the rest of the Red Bull team skipped all of their Sky media commitments over the weekend of the Mexican Grand Prix. This affected not just Sky's F1 channel, but also its regional networks in the United Kingdom, Germany, and Italy. Red Bull's alleged move was prompted by Ted Kravitz, a pit reporter for Sky, who claimed that Lewis Hamilton had been robbed of the 2021 title at the United States Grand Prix. In Mexico, Verstappen addressed the issue, saying, "This year it's been a constant. Yeah, kind of like daily being disrespectful, especially one particular person, and it's enough. I don't accept it." Since Red Bull made it obvious that their boycott was meant to be symbolic rather than permanent, relations between the team and Sky have returned to normal. It seems like Sky and Mercedes are about to go to war this time. Martin Brundle was at odds with Mercedes' head, who is against expanding to include more teams. Brundle said, "Getting more teams in is a logistical thing as well as a financial aspect, you know? Will they fit in the pit lane, the paddock, on the grid? How many cars do we need? I think 24 cars will be great personally. We've got 29 races this season, 23 Grand Prix and 6 sprint races with 20 cars on the grid. I don't think it's quite enough of a show personally and opportunity. But if you look at the Ford thing, it's a halfway house really. It's an interesting one. Red Bull had Infiniti on for a while, then it had Aston Martin on the side of it for a while, before Aston got their own team, so this is a branding thing. Sky Sports has made changes to their F1 team. Two of their experienced members are axed from the team. Both are former F1 drivers, Johnny Herbert and Paul di Resta. Herbert, 58, has been a regular for over a decade, and he was a member of the original panel of experts when the broadcaster originally got the rights for the 2012 season. Herbert made it public that he would not be joining Sky's team by posting a photo of the whole 2022 squad with the caption, "Going to miss the team" on Instagram. Several co-workers expressed their sadness on social media over the news. Natalie Pinkham said, "Johnny, love you forever ever," while Rachel Brooks, a TV commentator, said, "It won't be the same." Sky has chosen not to replace Herbert or di Resta, which might signify that the network is favoring newer, younger punditry additions like Jenson Button and Nico Rosberg. Both of them have proved to be popular with viewers. Herbert expressed regret for not being able to work for Sky this year, but promised he will be around in an interview with motorsports content creator Last Lap Lucy. The Sky spokesperson told The Mirror, "Johnny has been an integral part of our Formula One team since the very first season on Sky Sports in 2012. We will miss his humor and big personality and thank him for his energy and enthusiasm over the last 11 years. Everyone wishes him all the best for the future." Di Resta has not made any public comments since the news, however. His driving obligations are likely a factor. This year, the Scottish driver will compete in two major endurance racing series, the World Endurance Championship and the European Le Mans Series. Just 2 months before the start of the 2023 season, Sky announced the departures of Herbert and Di Resta, although they are leaving since their contracts had expired and were not renewed. Several unhappy fans have speculated that Herbert's dismissal is related to his criticism of the 2021 Abu Dhabi Grand Prix administration when Max Verstappen controversially won the championship from Lewis Hamilton. About the 2021 event, Johnny Herbert said, "For me, they got it wrong and it's very simple. In the past, when a safety car is going to come in, all the lapped cars have been allowed to pass, not just a couple. I suppose it was all a rush to try and make this a one-lap race, but it was wrong and unfair because Lewis did absolutely nothing wrong whatsoever. Red Bull had to try and play going into the pits for fresh tyres, but for the FIA and especially Michael Massey to muck it up so badly just put a bad taste in your mouth once the checkered flag had gone." Nick Knowles, a TV host, often shares his opinions on Formula One on Twitter. The 60-year-old, after hearing about Herbert's departure from Sky, tweeted, "So Johnny Herbert has finally paid the price for being the only one to tell the truth about the 2021 WOC fiasco in Abu Dhabi. From the moment it happened, he refused to toe the F1 FIA Sky Sports F1 line. Thank you for putting fans first, Johnny, and being their voice in the pit lane." F1 fans were left immensely dissatisfied with Red Bull's RB19 presentation event in New York City, as the company kept them waiting for an hour before showing a vehicle that is almost identical to the RB18. Earlier in the month, the Austrian team had posted a blank version of the car on social media, calling it a blank canvas to tease fans. F1 fans were excited to see whether the team would finally shake up their trademark livery, but were ultimately let down. And to make matters worse, the F1 chief was called onto the stage in New York when Red Bull introduced the RB19, but he didn't show up, causing an embarrassing misstep. Dominicali, who came to New York with Christian Horner, the Red Bull team principal, was seen backstage at the event. Max Verstappen, who was also on stage at the time, pointed to the spot where he believed Dominicali was and chuckled at the hilarious absence. Dominicali decided at the last minute not to appear on stage, even though it would have made sense in the context of welcoming Ford back to the sport. As Ford announced a partnership with Red Bull, he felt it might have sent off the wrong message to rival competitors if he had appeared on stage at a heavily Red Bull-branded event when other teams will be launching their 2023 cars without him present. Whether it was just because of the contract ending or the controversial opinions made by the presenters, fans do not agree with Sky Sports' decision of axing Johnny Herbert and Paul Di Resta. Do you think Sky Sports made the right call to let Johnny Herbert and Paul Di Resta go? Thanks for watching this video. I really hope you enjoyed it. Additionally, if you're new to this channel, I strongly encourage you to subscribe and click the like button. You can also keep up with all of my most recent videos. See you in the next one.